Hello, it's 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition for tonight headlines. We have the celebration of 11 years of Lana, which capitalized on its ISCO for the international scene. 14,000 people will test the Russian vaccines at coronavirus. Welcome to our newsroom. In only 11 years of operation, the National Laboratory for Food Analysis, known as LANA, is firing on all cylinders, and for good reason. It has already given full satisfaction to the public authorities in the accomplishment of its mission and has succeeded in becoming one of the leading international laboratories due to the quality and reliability of its analysis and tests in the spotlight. It is in this context that the LANA is inaugurating a new state-of-the-art laboratory. This ceremony organized by the LANA, so the presence of the Minister of Agriculture, Ahmed Awale, Director of TICA offices in Djibouti, Mr. Kutluhan Yusel of the Japanese Ambassador, the Secretary General of the Minister of Trade, the Director General of LANA, Mr. Hassan Kamil. Let's note that thanks to the ISCO C17025 certifications, the LANA has just capitalized on these international standards that will build trust with all our networks of partners and the administrations and companies that are stakeholders in the safety and quality of the food that passes under their control before it can be marketed and on the local market. With the ISO C17025 accreditations, the LANA will open up the local but also regional and international market to the LANA, which will be able to provide expertise and know-how that is well known and recognized through the world. The LANA will have a great prospect ahead of it and above all opportunities that have not yet been explored to date. The Minister of Agriculture, Mohammed Ahmed Awale, for his part, indicated that the LANA has just capitalized on these international standards that will build trust with all our networks of partners and administrations and companies that are stakeholders in the safety and quality of the food that passes under their control before it can be marketed on the local market with the ISO CE 17025 accreditation. Then the Minister of Agriculture, Mohammed Ahmed Awali, accompanied by Director of LANA, Hassan Kamil, we visited the new state-of-art LANA laboratory. This state-of-art laboratory will carry out microbiological and physicochemical analysis as part of the quality control of imported food product before they are marketed in the countries to ensure consumer protection. The laboratory is responsible for the import health control of food at port, airport, and possibly in all import barriers of the territories by performing microbiological and physicochemical analysis as part of the quality control of imported food products before they are marketed in the countries to ensure consumer protection. LANA regularly dispatched teams to the field to ensure the conformity and validity of imported food products such as rice, biscuits before they are marketed in the countries to ensure consumer protection. The Energy Minister Younis Ali Gedi, accompanied by Interior Minister Moumin Ahmed Sheikh and the Minister of Urbanism, Environment, Tourism Mohamed Abdul Qadir Musa Hilm, the Sultan of Gobad Habib Boko, the Prefect of Dekhel Adan Darar Musa, and the President of Regional Council Abdurrahman Younis Are yesterday visited the new station service located in the Dekhel region. It will be inaugurated soon. The policy of the Minister of Energy is to set up service stations in the district to fight smuggling and to create jobs in these districts. This policy aims to relocate and decentralize the the supply of fuel to offer population of the district the product of the spot by setting up service stations in the district. The Ministry of Energy is also promoting investment by international distribution companies in the interior region districts. The Minister of Social Affairs Solidarity, in collaboration with the Offices of United Nations High Commissioner for Refugee and National Offices for Assistance to Refugee Disasters Victims, has officially launched biometric registration and social assistance operation for urban refugee. The launch took place and in the three-round district where the Secretary General of ONARS, the UNHCR representative and executive secretary of ONARS had the opportunity to inquire about the progress of this operation and started a frank discussion with the beneficiaries' households and their community leaders. In fact, joint actions are taking place simultaneously in the neighborhood 1 to 3 so that the refugee households can be biometrically enrolled to be registered in the mass social register database. This registered population will then receive a voucher for 2 months in order to receive food aid. In addition, this operation is cover 1,200 urban and vulnerable refugee households in other world. This social assistance aims to help refugees affected by COVID-19 pandemic and living in Djibouti City. The Minister of Women and Family, in collaboration with National Union of Women of Djibouti and supported by UNFPA, are organizing a validation workshop on the essential package of services for the prevention and management of genital mutilation yesterday, Wednesday, at Sheraton Hotel. The Minister of Women and Family, the representative of the National Union of Djibouti Women, the representative of UNFPA, the representative of MENFOP, as well as the international experts, Ms. Carmen Del Rorio, the consultant Amina Abdul Qadir, UNFPA program officer, was discussed on introduction session to gender equality notion to gender-based violence in relation to women's genital mutilations. The system is information system and presentation of the draft protocol of the essential package of services for the management of and distributions of exercise groups. The Muslim calendar is a lunar calendar based on the courses of the moon. If the years begin symbolically with the Hijrah, it is to underline that this event marked the beginning of the Muslims community, the Ummah, referring to these calendars on August 10, 2020. We had approached the year in 1442 on the Hijrah. As usual on this occasion is the CDC of Neighborhood 5 hosted last night a sermon for the inhabitants of the neighborhood. Many men and women as well as young people attended the sermon led by Sheikh Awale Musa Miguel in the presence of the head of the CDC monitoring department, Mr. Ahmed Ali, and the director of the neighborhood 5 CDC, Mr. Abdallah Taha. We have a press release. The Minister of Communication on his own behalf, on behalf of all the staff of the ministries, offers its sincere condolence to the families of Ali Hassan Bahdoun and informs to tomorrow, Saturday, 2020 at 2 p.m. we'll have the Mawlid of the late Maku Ahmed Bore, that the Most High welcomes her in his eternal paradise. For the international scene, coronavirus worldwide, 14,000 people to test a Russian vaccine. This new vaccine is called Sputnik 5, leaves many scientists and the international community skeptically questioning the protocols in place. The pandemic due to the new coronavirus has caused nearly 788,000 deaths worldwide since the end of December, according to an assessment drawn up on Thursday, 20 August, by Agence France Presse. From official sources, Latin America and the Caribbean have passed the 215,000 mark in deaths due to the coronavirus. The United States remains the most affected country with 173,000 deaths, according to the official death tolls. Next come Brazil, 111,000 deaths, Mexico, 58,000 deaths, India, 53,000 deaths, and United Kingdom, 41,000 deaths. The health crisis could have dragged 100 million people into the extreme poverty throughout the world, even more than previously estimated. World Bank President David Malpass warned on Thursday in an interview with AFP. The institution is estimated for that 70 to 100 million people could fall into the extreme poverty, and these numbers could increase if the pandemic worsens or lasts. He said a previous estimate was 16 million people. This makes it imperative for creditors to reduce the debts of poor countries. Malpass said going beyond calls to extend the debt moratorium on poor countries decided in April. This is it for the news. Thanks for watching us.